Hey guys, so today I'm going to make some citrus herb garlic chicken and I'm going to cook it my favorite way, pan seared. So first I'm going to debone my chicken thighs. I buy these because they're 99 cents a pound as opposed to $2.49 a pound. So I put the work in myself. I'm going to show you here how I do it. I pull the skin off. We're going to trim off some of that fat. You don't have to trim it all, but at least most of it. And then we're going to take the bone in the middle. We're going to flip it in the back, and using the point of the knife, you're going to make little slits, and slowly the bone is going to start coming up, I guess. I don't know. It takes practice. I've done this. I mean, if you really don't want to do this part, I guess you could go ahead and pay $2.49 a pound, but not me. So I'm going to do that to all the pieces here. I save the bones and the skins because I make bone stock, and we can always use that for flavoring. So I will put that in a zippy bag after. So I did that to all these chickens here, and boom, magic. I wish I could cook this quick in real life. Okay, so now we're going to marinate our chicken thighs. First, I started with a drizzle of oil, then a couple squirts of the lime juice, and then a couple squirts of lemon juice. Heaping spoon of garlic paste, and then a couple spoons of our homemade sofrito. I then used this complete sazon seasoning from Badia. I used an adobo packet, a sprinkle of sazon, fresh cilantro, pepper, and mix. You can add any type of flavorings you like. I'm really just wanting to show you the technique of pan searing and how to get that nice crisp chicken. You can really season the chicken any way you want. So now we put the chicken away and let that sit overnight, or at least minimum 2 hours. So it's day of cooking. Pull your chicken out and let that chill from the fridge kind of come off of it. While that's doing that, we're going to go ahead and cut our broccoli. I bought this broccoli pack in BJ's, and I was showing you there that some pieces were gigantic and then you had little tiny broccolis. So what I do is I go ahead and look for the bigger pieces and cut them down, and then you see I have more uniform pieces here. I'm going to roast these veggies. So I had these zucchinis and I didn't want them to go bad, so I'm going to add them. I wasn't originally going to do it. And I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to do some half moon cuts of zucchini, and then we're going to add that in our mix for our roasted veggies. Okay, so here's our bowl with our zucchini and our broccoli. Everything should be ready now. I'm just going to go ahead and toss this around and make sure it's nice and evenly mixed. Now that the veggies are all tossed together, we're going to go ahead and season this. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to put 2 spoons of minced garlic, some EVOO, and then salt and pepper. If you want to season this a different way, add different veggies, go ahead. And after that, we're going to go ahead and toss this all together. You can use a spoon, spatula, or do like me and toss it up. Once your veggies are all coated in the seasonings, we're going to go ahead and just line them on a sheet tray. I ended up using 2 trays. Make sure that oven is around 425, 450, depending your oven, and cook these for about 30 to 40 minutes, depending how tender and how roasted you like them. So while our veggies are cooking, we're going to go ahead and start pan searing our chicken. Let's break that chicken up. Make sure that pan is nice and hot. We're going to drizzle some oil, and we're going to place the chicken down. Once we put these down, we are not going to touch them for at least 5 to 8 minutes. You want to start seeing the edges cooking. I'm going to kind of speed it forward so you can see about when you're going to turn these. But to get that nice char on your chicken, you do not want to constantly flip them, because what happens is all these juices starts coming out, and then you just have this watery mess, and you don't want that. So we want to create a seal on that side of the chicken. Here I'm flipping them. It's probably been about 8 minutes now. And then I'm going to turn them there. And then again, we're not going to touch these for another 5 minutes. Once they're done, you're going to go ahead and flip them. I use a thermometer, make sure these chickens are at least 165. Once they're at that temperature, your chicken is pretty much done. I only had to do these in 2 batches. If I know I'm going to make more, I'd rather roast the chicken. But because this was just a couple batches, I went ahead, I cleaned the pan, and I redo the steps. Drizzles of oil, put the chicken, 10 minutes, flip them, and then cook them till 165. That was quick. Here it is. Here's my little plate of chicken here, guys. And our roasted veggies are done. Look at this. My favorite way of eating veggies is roasting them. Delicious. Here's a close-up. What do you guys think? All right, well, it's plating time. I'm going to make a hungry man version. We're going to do here a cup of rice. And do another couple spoons here of those roasted veggies. Let's move that rice over. And I put 2 pieces here. I'm going to garnish it with a little bit of fresh cilantro. And of course, hot sauce. I love me some Cholula hot sauce. My favorite. And here it is. This was so good. I also like to use this chicken on salad. It's one of my favorite ways of seasoning. Anyway, if you try this, let me know. Bye.